So guys, there have been a whole lot of reactions after Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment just for what he said. They said what was captured in the video he made, asking people to defend themselves, collect the gun, buy them. He actually said that, but he said they are not Nigerians. They are from Niger. They are from Mali. They are from all these places. That they are not Nigerians. They are coming to Nigeria to buy you. So you should stand up and defend yourself. That was actually what Nnamdi Kanu said in that clip. And Nigerians are wondering, is that enough to sentence him for life? Is that enough for life imprisonment? Considering we have a government that is pardoning terrorists that have killed so many. Look at how many people are displaced today in Nigeria. How many Fulanis are facing trial? Look at the displacement. Do you know what it will cost the federal government to take back these people to their original homes? Anyway, let's take a look at some of the reactions. Barrister Abaribe said, Abaribe knocks Tinubu government. Nnamdi Kanu ruling, not surprising. Justice in Nigeria is not for Igbo. Justice in Nigeria is not for Igbo. So that is what Abaribe said. That it didn't come as a surprise. And Sam Amadi also said Nnamdi Kanu's conviction, political evidence of Igbo marginalization. This is Mr. Sam Amadi speaking. So guys, many Nigerians have really been reacting after this judgment was handed over to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, considering the kind of Nigeria we live today and the terrible terrain we are experiencing, where people are busy buying people. The military man that was executed recently, tomorrow they will tell you that he has been forgiven and rehabilitated. But for an Igbo man, he must serve jail then. You know, people were saying, thank God no Igbo man was among those that planned a coup against the Tinubu's government. If it was to be Igbos, you would have seen what would have happened to them. But no Igbo man was in that list. And that is why the government came out to debunk it so that they can treat it undercover. Anyway, take a look at this last video before we take some of the video reactions. Take a look at this reaction here. It says, Nelson Mandela was sentenced to life imprisonment on false terrorism charges. He came out and became South Africa's president. Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment for false terrorism charges. He will come out one day and free the Biafra people. Amen. This is what this person here said. So you can see that Nigerians know what actually happened. Nigerians know that Nnamdi Kanu does not deserve what he is going through. I mean, the worst part is that we have the weakest set of leaders in our Igbo. Anyway, let me allow you to take a look at this video and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now take a look.
Today we forever live in infamy. Today is the only day I have witnessed a man being convicted for mere puffery, for what he said from his mouth, not what he did with his own hands. The verdict is not consistent with the evidence laid before the court. The sentence is overbroad, cruel, and unusual. How can you convict a man for making mere broadcasts from a location that was never named, and he never tied that broadcast to any single incident of violence, or even someone slapping someone, not to talk of terrorism? You did all this, you didn't lay any evidence. I don't know where this whole verdict can be grounded in law, logic, or facts. We disagree with the judgment vehemently. Completely. Yes. And we are going to fight it from here onwards until justice is done.
Yes. There's no justice yet.
Yes. Suspect the judgment is not based on law. It's not based on facts. It's based on politics. It's based on some tribal primordial sentiments, just because Nnamdi Kanu is Igbo. An Igbo man has become the person in Nigeria that should be trampled upon. I'm not saying this because I'm Igbo. I'll say it for the House of Yoruba who gets trampled upon. But today we saw an Igbo man being trampled upon, and by God Almighty, we are not going to allow it. It will not stand. Nobody is going to trample on me. Nobody is going to trample on Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. He's a man that was pursuing change. To pursue a separate nation of yours is not a crime. So in Nigeria today, if somebody says, don't be silly, you get convicted. Nnamdi Kanu may broadcast, and so what? And you convict him for terrorism for mere words in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What kind of precedent is being laid? So from here, we are heading to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal is the only court in this country, or the next court in this country, that sits as a jury. We are going to approach the justices there to check out what happened in court today. And we are pretty sure the justices will agree with us that today was the symbol of the travesty of justice that everybody has been suspecting all along. If the Court of Appeal disagrees with us, we head to the Supreme Court. But by God Almighty, Nnamdi Kanu is not going to stand convicted. Yes. Is going to get overturned. Thank you.
First, as a lawyer, before we delve into the politics of it all.
Yeah, Mr. Okoro, the judgment, I listened to it in one of the radio stations all through, from the beginning to the end, even though I am not in Abuja, but I listened and I wasn't happy. It looks like the judgment of the presidential election tribunal. You know, that is what it looks to me like.
Okay.
Because when you see travesty of justice, even you as a professional, you ask yourself, is it what this law all about? The law is supposed to be the last hope of the common man. But in Nigeria, it is the other way around. Seriously. Our judges, the way they are doing, they are going to disgrace this profession. People may no longer have any hope in the judiciary. Thank God you heard what the president said 2 days ago on the judges conference. You saw how he castigated the judges and the corruption in the judiciary. You heard it himself from the horse's mouth. I was thinking that would have helped the judges to be circumspect whenever they are trying to hand down judgment on critical issues. But the answer is no. What they accuse Nnamdi Kanu for? Look, it's unfortunate even that Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer we are not defending him towards the end of his case, of his trial. It's unfortunate because most of this thing they said is what the lawyers would have trashed out.
At that point?
Yes, they would have trashed it out because it is his defense. The things they accused him of, if he had allowed his lawyers to come in, they would have trashed some of them the same way they did it at the appeal court. But for reasons, you know, best to him, he decided to. I know the legal gamble he wanted to, you know, throw in.
Okay.
By asking the prosecutor to now let the onus be on him. You know this electoral act. Yeah, they said the electoral act now, if they amend it, the onus will be on INEC to validate any election. Are you hearing me now?
Yes, good. Go ahead.
So the onus will now be on INEC to decide an election, not you. It is the same thing Nnamdi Kanu was trying to gamble. But already, this prosecution gathered evidence. Most of the things they accuse Nnamdi Kanu is what he said.
Yes, barrister.
What he said.
Good.
And you and I know that people have said worse things in Nigeria, Mr. Okoro. I mean, look at it yourself. Everything. He said this one. He said this one should do this. He said what he said is what they are using against him. Is that justice? But these other people that are cutting people's head in broad daylight, Look, I don't want to be emotional this evening, but let God judge at the end of the day. Because I remember Chief Awolowo faced the same thing under his brother Shoemimo. And Shoemimo had to tell him that my hands are tied. Yes, when Awolowo wanted to make, he said my hands are tied. That means the military government has decided that Awolowo should be sentenced.
Okay, so the court was simply working to an answer.
I mean, is it not obvious?
Okay.
Look, I wish we had time. I will point out all the loopholes, because 90% of what they are accusing us is what he said. Not what he did. He told this person. He told this person to do this. He told this person to do this. But Mr. Okoro, please tell me, haven't some people done worse things in this country today as I talk to you? I mean, people who have sacked an entire village, slaughtered all of them, take over their village, rename it, and they are taking over their homes.
Barrister, we'll come to that. I'm happy that you are bringing forward,
legally,
okay, it
is wrong in law for what they did. Yes. Anybody may come and tell you, Nnamdi Kanu said this, Nnamdi Kanu said this. These other people that did not only say it, they are doing it with their hands. Because for you to do all these things, you must they establish a prima facie case. But how are the mens rea and the actus rea, which is mostly absent, because you need to establish both the physical and the mental elements in a criminal matter. All we are hearing that Nnamdi said this, he broadcast this, he said this, he broadcast this. But they did not tell us where Nnamdi Kanu was carrying gun and killing people. My people perish for lack of knowledge. The man that was reading the judgment, I congratulate him, he has done well. But you know, Mr. Okoro, some of us, we are going to get that judgment and keep it for reference.
If at the end of the day, they say the CTC copy will be made available, even at the cost.
Of course.
No, Barrister,
we have a copy.
You have many points of disagreement. I listened to the judgment too, part of it, and I heard the judge, the person that read it, say, look, when he wanted to define terrorism, you know what? He said, according to the Oxford Learner's Dictionary, should a judge rely on what the dictionary says to define terrorism and not what the law says?
That is part of it, though. Yeah, I mean, they have different.
Because I was pretty surprised.
No, they had different definitions of these things, so, but they did not relate it to what is going on in Nigeria today. Was it Nnamdi Kanu's activity that made Donald Trump to call Nigeria a country of particular concern? Was it Nnamdi Kanu activities? The answer is no. Apart from Nigeria, mention any other country in the whole world that call IPOB a terrorist group. The answer is no. So, if your organization is not a terrorist group, how can you be a terrorist? Mr. Okoro, if your organization you are running is not known by any standard to be a terrorist group, how can you now, you that is running the organization, be a terrorist? You can imagine. You can imagine.
Barrister, part of the things that the person that read the judgment, I guess it should be the judge, because he was shielded from public.
Of course, now he might be a DSS man. I don't think that man is a
motor show.
I don't think so. The voice and everything, but whoever it is,
they say that one of the information, what the evidence is that look, DSS said that Nnamdi Kanu imported radio broadcast equipment and that he didn't have documents.
Yeah, he didn't declare it, which is 5 years or so under the Custom Act. Okay. Is that so serious? All these smugglers that are bringing things in court.
Barrister, the judge also said that look, that he didn't have a license from the NBC to do the broadcast, and some people are already asking, what of Radio Kudirat?
I wonder. No. I said whenever you have been declared a bad boy by the government, they will do everything to drag you, to bring you in. I'm not joking. They will do everything. Even when the law is very clear, they will twist it. I told you here, most of the things they accuse, you said, you broadcast, you said. They never mentioned to me when Nnamdi Kanu went and sacked an entire village and killed all the people there. And they saw pictures of Nnamdi Kanu shooting this gun and all. So anybody can use Nnamdi Kanu's name to perpetrate evil, and they say it's Nnamdi Kanu. The one that is most funny, the one that somebody was telling, we have run Agege police station. And Nnamdi Kanu said, don't tell me that you have done this. Go and do it, you know. And they concentrated on all these things. What Nnamdi Kanu broker, what he said. This was the concentration. Giving you date when he said it, when he did not say it and all that. So that the years make it look like the guy have committed all the crime on earth. Because he said that they should burn Tinubu's hotel, Oriental Hotel. Are you serious? These are things that people have done and they are working freely in Nigeria. That's what they used to nail Nnamdi Kanu. He said something. He said it too. But somebody threatened Tinubu's wife and said they should kill her. Kill the wife of the president. And up to today, no police, no DSS, no army called him for questioning. Sheikh Gumi is running another terrorist organization which he goes to commune with them. Somebody brought terrorists into this country, Mr. Okoro. It's on record. How many terrorists did Nnamdi Kanu bring into this country? Let us start from there.
Barrister, we'll get to all of that. We'll get to all of that. We are still dwelling within the evidence before the court and all of that. They also talked about rendition. At a point, they said, well, yes, he was brought back. That they tried to justify rendition within international law. And they now cited instances where United States of America has also renditioned people. So when it is convenient for them, they go to take examples from the United States of America. But when you try to take them, hold them accountable, they say, no, America is an advanced society. Barrister, what do you call that?
Yes, even at that, it is very wrong in our judiciary for you to make reference with foreign judicial cases. The Supreme Court have banned it. That lawyers in Nigeria we have enough cases here. You should not make reference to foreign judgments. It's on record. Although when they are kind of Phoebes, whatever and whatever, I will say, look at these people. They were quoting UK, quoting US. You know what? That is propaganda. Trying to make these foreign powers to know that yes, Nnamdi Kanu is even against them. Can't you see what is going on here? The Supreme Court have told don't bring any foreign judgment here. We have enough cases for you to make reference to. But in this case now, it is convenient for them to quote. The other good part of America and UK, they will not quote it. They will never. They will never quote it. That is just the issue here. It's unfortunate where we have found ourselves as Igbos. Because anybody that want to catch cruise now, he will use Igbo man.
But is it about Nnamdi Kanu or is he an Igbo?
It's an Igbo thing, no. I don't know what we did. The same thing the Jews who suffered until they say no, enough is enough. Is that not true? It's the same thing. Go and check. I have asked you here, what is that thing that the Igbo man have done in Nigeria? What crime did they commit? Mr. Okoro, look at how peaceful these people are, going about their business, contributing and adding value to the economy of Nigeria. Yet, it is not good enough. But look at terrorists. Very, very annoying. Terrorists that are adding nothing.
But we'll still come. We'll still come to.
They pamper them.
To compare notes, between what Nnamdi Kanu is passing through and what others similar to him have passed through. I still want us to remain within the purview of the law of the. Now, part of the thing that the judge said is also that it is illegal for an individual or a group of people, to embark on self-determination, because according to him, the Nigerian Constitution makes it very clear that except you pass through the National Assembly, that if you don't pass through the National Assembly, it's illegal, because the Constitution says that Nigeria is one indissoluble entity. When we talk about the United Nations Charter, African Union Charter, on
those
self-determination, Nigeria is a signatory to all of
yes,
those charters.
Yeah, they made reference to it, but they said in Nigeria the constitution did not allow it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except to go through the National
Assembly.
So doesn't that constitute a breach to someone's fundamental human rights?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Okay.
It's deliberate. This particular thing they are telling me now, it is not constitutional for you as an individual to seek for self-determination. But Sheikh Gumi told you and I that bandits and terrorists from all over the Sahel and all that, they have the right here that we should even pay them and compensate them for something we did not do to them. Is that not what Gumi said? That we should compensate them. And these are foreign terrorists in Nigeria's soil. And Nigerian said that the federal government of Nigeria should compensate them. But he did not tell us how we offended them or what we did. Meanwhile, they are not even Nigerians. So, look at the contradictions. Trying to justify evil because you want to be politically correct. Just imagine. If that man had not been speaking and talking, we say maybe. But he came out openly and said it. Foreign terrorists, so foreign. They invited them here, and look at where we have found ourselves, in the hands of the terrorists. Yet the federal government of Nigeria didn't say anything wrong in that. They did not even come to. They have taken over the land. Do you know what that means? This is very clear to the whole world how these people have come to take over part of Nigeria and constitute a nuisance there. Yet the federal government of Nigeria have not been deemed it fit to ask them to get out of Nigeria. But Nnamdi Kanu, who is thank God they recognize that he was agitating for self-determination. Thank God they recognize that fact. But now use the terrorism whatever to add it. So all these people that have been killing people in the southeast, including Sari Dokubo, who told us how we were contracted to kill the Igbos. Nobody said anything about it too. Why are you killing the Igbo? What did they do wrong? What did they do wrong to you that you have to contract somebody to be killing them? And yet, when they say no, I will not agree to this killing, they become bad people. Abi, we should have gone to sleep or hide under our bed like Benue and Plateau people, and they will take over our land. Abi, that's when you become a good boy, Mr. Okoro. Have you seen it? No. If they didn't say no, we will not allow this. It will have become like Benue and Plateau, where an entire village we are sacked and taken over and renamed. Is that not the crime Nnamdi Kanu committed? Because he said, because I listened to all the things they said. The man was very, very emphatic on not giving up Igbo land. Is that not what he said? That they will not give their land to Janjaweed from Chad and Sudan. Look, Mr. Okoro, or any other person listening, it is not possible for this infamy to continue without any problem coming along with it.
No, barrister, nobody wants problem.
Listen, I was a problem. It can come in different forms.
Okay.
Look, when you have decided to take over my land while I'm alive, is that not a problem? Or are you not seeing it? No, tell me, is that not a problem? You people like to hide. I don't know why nobody wants to talk.
Barrister, you are talking.
No, we are not talking enough. If we are talking enough, this thing will not be happening. Even what made Nnamdi Kanu to start agitating? Is it not because of what happened? How can you collect people from outside Nigeria and say they should come in here and take over Nigerian land, Mr. Okoro? Our brothers from the southwest, our brothers from the south, you people are keeping quiet. Abi, it is turn by turn. No. It is turn by turn. I'm not joking.
All right. Now, barrister, Do you think that Nnamdi Kanu helped to destroy his own case by opting to defend himself? I want us to expand in that discussion.
The man knew already when he started. When he said he has sacked his life, I knew that they have told him what is up. I mean, that is it. They've told him what is up, so he decided to gamble, and you can see the gamble himself. You know, I told you here that I know that the one.
And he's been very belligerent recently, attacking
because,
everybody.
Yes.
Look at what transpired in court today.
Of course,
you know, DSS were pushing him around and said, "No, you don't touch me. You don't touch me."
If you are in his shoes, unko. If you are in his shoes, unko. Is that not what I was saying here? There's a way you push an old woman, and a very dangerous curse will come out of her mouth. She knows that she cannot fight you as an old woman, but she can issue curses. Yes, that's what's going on here. When you push an old woman roughly, evil words will come out of her mouth, and God help you with that evil word. That's what is going on here. How can you be treating him like this because of where he come from? Is that not the only reason? Mr. Okoro, please tell me, have people not done more than Nnamdi Kanu in this country today? Have people not done more than Nnamdi Kanu today? And yet nobody is even talking about it. They are trying to make it look as if Nnamdi Kanu is the devil himself. Meanwhile, the real devils are there operating. How many people did you see Nnamdi Kanu kidnap? How many villages did the IPOB go and take over and say people should not go to war farm there? You know?
He was busy defending with his words, defending his people who had been attacked by others.
Exactly.
Now, Barrister, the Chief Prosecution Council, Awolomo, said that the blood of the innocent people killed on the orders of Nnamdi Kanu will find peace with his conviction.
Yes, so yes.
Barrister, how about the lives of innocent people who have been and still killed in cold blood by known terrorists like Boko Haram, like Urawa, Mahmuda, and all of that? Don't they deserve peace?
That is the shame of the judgment, the shame of it all. The blood of who and who. This other Nnamdi came out and said, look, nobody should sit at home again. Mr. Okoro, did they hear it or not? They didn't. They will not make reference to it too. Now they capitalized on that and started doing what they are doing in the Southeast, thinking that God is not watching them. All the army of occupation they took to the Southeast, why couldn't they stop the insecurity there? Mr. Okoro, if actually why couldn't they do something? Rather, they went to what? Amplify it, and they were using it to chop. They were using it to make money. You can see. I say when you want to hang a dog, you give it a bad name. That's what they did in the Southeast. Because Nnamdi Kanu. Look, do you think that the Igbo man is very stupid? No, he's not. If they were not convinced on what Nnamdi Kanu did, they would not even listen to him. They would not follow him. They would not care. But because they saw what is going on, the propaganda, the deceit by the federal government, that's why they believe that this young man has a very good case that is pursuing. If Nnamdi Kanu did not do what he did, Southeast would have been worse than Benue and Plateau, because that was their target. If you check, they have already taken over the north. They have taken over part of the middle belt. Of course, the Southwest, there are people already here. It's a question of order, and everything will go over. So the Southeast was their target. And then Nnamdi Kanu saw this thing. By the way, why is it that the federal government has not asked themselves, why is this insecurity coming from a particular ethnic group that came into Nigeria? Please, is that not what you and I am talking of from our brothers from the Southwest and the South? Are you not supposed to have a meeting and say, come, why is it that these people are giving us headache, taking over our land, raping our women in our farmland? Is that not a serious issue? You people that are keeping quiet, it will get your turn. And maybe by that time you say, when this thing was going on, what was that thing that happened that time? They said Igbo did not take part, Abi. End hunger strike. Good. It will get your turn. It will get your turn. I'm very, very convinced. It will get your turn. Let me see what you said that time. It will get your turn. Where is Igbo today? Because of the same people. This young man was defending his own people. That the foreign terrorists that the federal government allowed was killing his people at Igbo. And this young man said no. They chased him into exile now. And oh my God. I don't even know what has gotten wrong to us. I'm not joking. I don't know why indigenous people of Nigeria are keeping quiet. Why the foreign terrorists are taking over our life. Just yesterday, Ghanaians were telling us that they have surrounded the Southwest. I said, really? And you are Are Kakanfo. You are telling us that terrorists have surrounded your people, Abi? In part of Ogun State today, you cannot go to farm. You dare not. Somebody's land, somebody's farm. Foreign terrorists came here and took it over, and the federal government just pretend as if it doesn't matter, but they can kill Nnamdi Kanu or vilify him, and everybody say, hey, it's okay, yes, hey, he was belligerent in court, he was very aggressive, he was this and that. Didn't Nnamdi Kanu kill them in court? These other ones that will tell you they are coming and they will come, what have you done? Mr. Okoro, what have you done to them? Is it not when you take care of small issues that may result into bigger issues, you cut it off? Is that not true? But when you allow this thing, you remember how this thing started with Boko Haram? You never knew it was an agenda. All of a sudden, 7 of them appeared. And more are still coming as we go into 2026. More are still coming. Who is allowing them to come? Federal government of Nigeria.
Barrister, how do you say it's federal government of Nigeria?
No, it is me.
Them to come.
Somebody
we have porous borders. We understand that we have 1,900.
Please keep quiet. Keep
unmanned borders.
Let me hear. They gave you 400 names of those sponsoring terrorists. What have you done with it? If you are not in complicit, if you are not in cahoot with them, why are you trying to shield them? But you can bring in Nnamdi Kanu to court, expose him. By the way, have you heard or seen anywhere where they are trying all these terrorist commanders?
Yeah, one of them was sentenced to 20 years imprisonment.
You only had it. When was he tried? Did you see when he was being tried? Did you see when that man was being tried? Did you see it? We only had that he was sent to
court sessions hold every day. Do I need to go to court to know that?
But Nnamdi Kanu
because Nnamdi is a political he's a political test. He's a freedom fighter.
They said he's a terrorist. What are you telling me? They said he's a terrorist. They said he's a terrorist. That's what they call Nnamdi Kanu.
So why are they giving him this prominence?
Well, I don't know.
Because he's a political.
I don't know for you. What I know is that they tried him for terrorism.
Okay.
These other people, they tried him for two fighting. That's it. Yes, you can see the contradiction and the infamy. It is a shame on federal government shading people. For the one that paid more, these people came from outside Nigeria, Mr. Okoro. They are not even from Nigeria, and you are pampering them.
Barrister, we have porous borders. That is not part of the problem.
Look. How did the Toju Bello come into Nigeria?
That's in porous border that we are talking about.
And now he has entered here.
As at last count, 1,907. Unmanned border by customs, by immigration, by police, by the army. So why wouldn't they come into Nigeria?
Yes.
Why would they pour into Nigeria?
Listen. It is not enough for you to have porous borders. Okay. But when they have entered...
Not just porous, unmanned. The word there is unmanned borders.
Listen. When they have entered into your territory, territorial jurisdiction called Nigeria, and they are operating here, and you are now dining and whining with them on daily basis, Mr. Okoro, what does that tell you? Please, what does that tell you? Is that not what gave them the impetus to be coming? If the first set of them that entered here were wiped out, wouldn't they know that here is too hot too? They won't come. But when they enter, you start pampering them, giving them all the logistics, giving them all the privileges you can't even give to our military. You gave it to them. Why wouldn't they work stronger? You can see what is agitating in Nnamdi Kanu's mind. Because when you see all these things, what does that tell you? Everything that man said in his broadcast is against taking his land. Is against what is going on in Nigeria. Did he say he want to take over the whole country? No, he said Igbo land, Biafra land. That was what we were calling upon. Yes, he want to protect his environment. What is wrong there? Since the federal government cannot do anything.
Okay, now Barrister, I'm happy that you have brought us to this point once again. Now, what will be the consequences of this sentence on the state of security in the Southeast? What do you expect? What do you see coming?
Look, I will advise my people, let them keep calm, IPOB or ESN, just remain calm. God will fight your battle. He said the battle is his own and vengeance belongs to him. Don't bother yourself about these things. Look, Mandela suffered the worst thing. At the end of the day, what happened? Mr. Okoro, we even shielded them when they were fighting apartheid. Is that not true? They went through worse experience. Today, what happened? So, please, my people, don't be discouraged. Just keep calm. Go about your business. Pretend as if nothing happened. The shame will be on them. Sebi is life sentence. Nnamdi Kanu, don't worry. If your lawyers want, they can go out for appeal.
Yes, I was coming to that.
So let them.
There are options. It's open to appeal.
Like I said before, yes,
the Court of Appeal, then the Supreme Court.
So let them do what they want to do, but don't do what? Don't play into the hands of your enemy. Let them do what they want to do.
Barrister, I'm happy that you are giving this advice, but let's take away emotions and sentiments. What do you think will be the state of insecurity in the South? Do you think that the young men will pour into the streets?
No.
So how about
we are past that stage.
Okay, but how about Monday sit at home? Do you think it will come to an end?
Why not? Why not?
Already in some parts of the South, it is already gone by.
Yes.
People don't sit at home in some places.
If the security agencies of government does not take advantage of it, that's the truth. If they don't take advantage of it and claim that I don't know who are going to call now. I don't know who they call now. Whether they will still call the ESN and IPOB.
Because Simon Ekpa is in jail.
Is in jail.
So who else?
I know what I'm telling you now. So let's see how insecurity will continue in the Southeast. Then you now ask yourself, who is now behind it?
Okay, now, Barrister, do you think that this thing is going to prop up, this sentence is going to prop up another leader of the IPOB?
It's very likely.
Okay.
Because I remember what Mandela said when you were released. They asked him the same question. He said, look, if the situation that warranted what they did with ANC comes up again, that he will do the same thing all over. He said it. Because nobody wants to be a slave in his own land. Is that not what causes problem? When you are unleash foreign terrorists into my land, to come and take by force, Mr. Okoro, have you seen where a Fulani man went to do his business and he bought, a land or pay the necessary fees and all that to do his business? Is it not by force of arm? Please just mention. My brothers from the Southwest, just tell me where every Fulani man is doing legitimate business and then he paid for it for the land. So you come somewhere and take my land, Abi, and you are there oppressing me, telling me what in my own land, and you want me to be happy.
Barrister, I like for us to be fair and factual. We also understand that some of the lands occupied by these Fulani men, that they are given to them in exchange for cash by leaders of some communities. Haven't you heard that? Yes.
No. Hold on, please, hold on.
Barrister, they don't just
hold on.
We understand that some community leaders take money from them and say, okay, you can stay there.
Mr. Okoro, the reasonable thing for you to do in acquiring any land is to what? Documentation. No matter who want to scam you or whatever, is not enough. Why is there any tribe in Nigeria that does business more than the Igbo man? No, tell me, is there any tribe that does business more than the Igbo man? But anywhere they go, they rent a shop or buy a land and build a house there. Is that not how they do things, Mr. Okoro? How can you go and tell me that one chief gave you as if you don't know what you are doing, Abi? By the way, the land they gave you, are you not supposed to demand for documentation? Eh? If they gave you that land legitimately, are you not supposed to show that yes, this is, you know? But why should you come all the way from the Sahel to come and take the dot in a circle that is Igbo land? The land in the north is not enough for you, Abi. Eh? Look at all the vast land in the north. It's not enough for you. It is for you to come here and take the small piece of land that you and your jihadists left for us. That's why they took Kwara and the Kogi from the southwest. They now want to go to the southeast and take the land too, Abi. Just look at how these people are gradually, and the federal government of Nigeria is not seeing anything that is going on here. We thought a Satana will correct all these anomalies. Do you know that what is causing problem in South Africa today? Ramaphosa said, look, I am going to redistribute the land so that the indigenous will have a share of their own land. And that is what Donald Trump is raising hell. That the whites have been shortchanged. You can imagine.
So guys, let me just share with you some of the comments and reactions from some Nigerians. Let's see what people are saying. This person here said, they sentenced Nnamdi Kanu under a non-existent Nigerian law. That's how bad it is. The same thing happened during the election tribunal case. They connived with political criminals to steal the mandate duly given to Peter Obi by votes, you know. And this other person here said, what our leader or Amadi Nnamdi Kanu is seeking, we already got. The United States of Biafra was redeclared on the 29th of November 2024 by Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orebeze. The Biafrans do not despair nor be moved. Biafra is now a sovereign nation. And this person here said, official but that Tinubu and its corrupt judiciary has done it again. These demons came to kill, steal, and to destroy. They forgot sentencing they forgot that sentencing the courageous man Nnamdi Kanu, who is only fighting for the freedom of his people in the east, we usher in another level of insecurity. That's what this person is saying, and so I think this person here said, don't ever compare Nelson Mandela to Nnamdi Kanu. This is wrong on all sides. And this person here said, in order to have the backup to sentence an innocent man, Nnamdi Kanu, to life imprisonment, the judge quoted Matthew 23:23. This is a shame. Was Mandela killing and sabotaging his people before he was charged? What is the offense of Nigeria as a country against those people? If you can't answer that, that may be your prediction may come to pass. What is the offense of Nigeria as a country against those people? Actually, he did not commit terrorism act, especially in the southeast region of Nigeria. He's not a hero or saint. Why Nigerians are angry is because terrorism and Islamic jihadists are roaming freely, especially a man called Gumi. Watch how the Yoruba unity beggars are attacking the author of this post. Yoruba, the most treacherous tribe in the world. Comparing these two individuals should be a sin. One man terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. To use his to us, he's a freedom fighter. Okay. This person, Nnamdi Kanu, is another savior. Where have you been? Where have you been? Stop this, because Nigeria fought for Nelson Mandela freedom and against apartheid. We watch and hope. Long live the Biafran people, and sun will not set on. The sun will not set on the people. So, guys, I don't know what you make of this ruling. There've been a lot of reactions from Nigerians, trending after Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to jail. Anyway, some people have said it's an opportunity for the Southeast to negotiate his release, while some people have said the judgment shouldn't have even happened in the first instance, especially at a time when we are seeing all this happening in Nigeria, where all these people are being granted pardon, but Nigerians are just watching while judge sentences Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment. Anyway, let's see how this is going to go. Let's just keep watching and hoping that, honestly, things will get better in Nigeria. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.